Good morning, everybody. As you all know, today is Senior Sunday, and we, the seniors, are preaching sermons that we had to write ourselves. I've got to be honest with you, Mitch and Laurel make this look way easier than it actually is. I read and reread the scriptures for today's sermon over and over again, and I had no idea where to start. Being asked to write a sermon and then preach it in front of the whole congregation is a very daunting task. But I finally came up with something that I can share with you today. This is my personal thoughts on these passages and the message that God is sending through these texts. Looking at these two texts, it is clear who the strong believers are. The widows in the story of Dorcas sent for Peter because they knew he followed Jesus. In my eyes, Peter's act of bringing Dorcas back to life wasn't his intended reason for showing up to the house that day. I think that after being shown all the good works Dorcas did in the name of the Lord, he decided to bring her back. The widows never asked him to, but he did it anyway because of their faith. The Jews, from the reading of John, needed Jesus to prove to them that he was indeed the Messiah. Jesus responded that he already told them, but they are not his sheep, and therefore they do not believe. The Jews know about the works Jesus has done, but refuse to believe until they see it in person. This is not the type of faith that God wants us to lead. To be a follower of Christ, a sheep in Jesus' flock, there must be faith without the need for witnessing something miraculous. This is a hard factor of being a Christian that a lot of us face. We hear stories of great miracles in other people's lives that have strengthened their relationship with God. This God moment is something we all secretly want to make us more secure in our faith. But believing without seeing is rewarded in its own way, because as the saying goes, God works in mysterious ways. Growing up in the church, I've always waited for my God moment, as if it were a rite of passage or something that God owed to me. I couldn't understand why I heard such amazing stories at church camps and mission trips of God saving someone or answering their prayers exactly how they asked him to. I ended up chalking it all up to coincidence and that God didn't really do all those things. It made it hard for me to take people seriously whenever they said things like, God blessed me with this, or God was really looking out for you there. I ended up getting really annoyed with everybody telling me that God was working in my life because, to me, it seemed like everything that I've accomplished and been successful at has been the cause of my own time and effort. It made me upset that my success was discredited because God did that. Reading these texts helped me realize more that God gave me the gifts that make me successful, just like he gave Jesus and Peter their gifts. And it wasn't everyone else discrediting me, but it was me discrediting God for giving me the abilities and the environments that allowed me to succeed. I'm going to end my sermon today with a quote by Brennan Manning. He says, "While there is much we may have earned, our degree and our salary, our home and garden, a Miller Lite and a good night's sleep, all this is possible only because we have been given so much. Life itself, eyes to see and hands to touch, a mind to shape ideas, and a heart to beat with love." Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for coming to Youth Takeover Sunday. What really struck out to me while reading these scriptures was Dorcas' awakening, and it reminded me of what I experienced at TYC. As most of you know, I've been very involved with the church since a very young age. I remember having a blast at VBS and going to Kids Club every Wednesday where I learned fun songs and we did crafts. However, I never truly internalized the significance of what these lessons meant. Mitch would always say to me, just wait till you're in high school and you can go to Pennsylvania with us. And finally, I had the opportunity to go. If you've ever been to TYC, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's basically a bowl with trees surrounding it. In this bowl, many memories were made. Some memories made me laugh, probably a little bit too hard, and other memories strengthened my relationship with God. When I think about the love that I felt at TYC, I think about right after we left and we stopped to eat dinner on our way home. I had realized that TYC was a place like no other. It was a bowl where everyone loved like God loved, and all of my worldly problems went away. I realized that I couldn't stay there forever, and I couldn't wait to go back. TYC helped me put into perspective what really matters in life, and awaken my love for Christ, similar to how Peter awakened Dorcas. I think we can all relate to this. getting too caught up in work, school, relationships, and other material matters that in the grand scheme of things aren't what should be our main focus. It is our job as disciples to first be like Dorcas and to experience our awakening, just like I did at TYC, and then find ourselves acting like Peter, helping awaken others and bringing them to the light of Christ. So let us all try and remember to be dedicated to our service to Jesus and impact the ones around us, and not get so caught up in ourselves and our worldly and material problems. Thank you.